Now we are moving on to the next module, module 6. So these are the contents. So you have to study about durability, permeability, cracking, carbonation, alkali silica reaction, chemical attack, sulfate attack, chloride attack. First, durability. So you know durability of concrete is the ability of concrete to resist weathering action, chemical attack, abrasion or any other process of deterioration. So it is an important property of concrete. So it is essential that the concrete should be capable of withstanding the conditions for which it has been designed throughout the life of a structure. So durability is thus an important property. Durable concrete will retain its original form, quality and serviceability when exposed to its environment. There are several factors affecting durability. Okay, so if lack of durability can cause some severe problems in concrete. So factors affecting us can be categorized into physical, mechanical and chemical causes. Physical causes arise from action of frost and from the difference between the thermal properties of aggregate and also of the cement paste. Mechanical causes is mainly associated with abrasion. Then is the what chemical cause. So chemical causes means attack by sulfide acids etc can cause what can affect the durability of concrete. Since this attack take place within the concrete mass, the attack agent must be able to penetrate throughout the concrete. Is it? Thus causing what? Thus affecting durability. Then attack is also aided by the internal transport of agents by diffusion due to internal gradients of moisture and temperature and also by osmosis. Next, we have to learn about permeability. Permeability means it is the ease with which the liquid or gases can travel through the concrete. So this property is in turn related to the water tightness of the liquid retaining structures and to chemical attack. So permeability of concrete is usually measured by means of a laboratory test. In such a test, what we are doing is that the side of concrete specimens is sealed and the water under pressure is applied to the top surface only. When steady state conditions have been reached, that's about 10 days, the quantity of water flowing through a given thickness of concrete in a given time is measured. So here water permeability is expressed as a coefficient of permeability K, which is given by Darcy's equation. So this is Darcy's equation which we have learned already before. Now mainly microcracks, chances of occurring of microcracks are at the transition zone. Initially microcracks will be small and thus permeability will be less. But during the propagation of microcracks, drying shrinkage, chances of occurrence of during the propagation of microcracks, there will be drying shrinkage and thermal shrinkage. Externally applied load also increases what? Permeability. Now, permeability of a cement paste. CSH gel, COH twice and water is filled on empty capillary cavities. So, gel is porous and permeability of gel pore is estimated to be about 7 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter per second. Gel pores does not contribute to cement paste. Size of capillary cavity depend upon the water cement ratio. So lower the water cement ratio, capillary cavities will be less. Higher the water cement ratio, capillary cavities will be more. Now this is the table showing permeability of cement paste with water cement ratio of 0.7. Now what are the reasons for higher permeability? One is formation of microcracks. Microcracks may occur due to long-term drying shrinkage or by thermal stress. Then microcracks at the time of transition zone, higher the structural stresses due to volume change and existence of entrapped air. Next, permeability of concrete. Compared to cement paste, concrete with same water cement ratio, lower will be the coefficient of permeability. Then larger size aggregate also increase permeability. Development of microcracks at the transition zone causes this. Then drying shrinkage, thermal shrinkage and externally applied force or load may cause crack in the transition zone. Size of crack is much bigger than the capillary cavities. That's about permeability of concrete. Next, you'll have to learn about cracking. The heat of hydration is proportional to the cement content. Richer mixes produce more heat of hydration and give rise to more extensive cracking. The product of hydration which form later during curing may heal some of the crack which form during the initial evolution of heat. So cracking can also occur due to variation in what thermal stresses, temperature variations. Okay. Now how to control crack? The structure should be designed with minimum or no cracking condition. Thermal cracking should be avoided by reducing the heat of hydration using following method. One is by storing the aggregate in the shade during execution, then by using blended cement, replacing cement partially by pozzolanas, cooling aggregates cooled by water, ice, etc. Then appropriate usage of curing method.